Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Mayegun today. It is day three of the days of rage to end bad governance in Nigeria, where Gen Z of Nigeria, in fact, more than Gen Z this time around, right, have risen up against the bad governance that they have been subjected to. They are saying enough, and the tyrants in charge of Nigeria are not backing down. Anti-Fnumbu is still not talking to them. I'm mobilizing their thugs as we speak. It's getting to day 4. After today, it will be 4th day. And they know the longer this protest lasts, the nearer their end. So today, sorry for the late start, right? Again, I just got stuck in traffic, sadly. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are tuning in today. Consider this session as the half event of what is happening or what is still to happen today. Today is day 3 of the first 10 days of rage. The ultimatum given to Tifnumbu, the failing illegitimate government of Nigeria. Rather than listen, indeed, if he was actually elected, if he was elected by the people, I don't think it should be this hard to talk to them and possibly listen to them. So the point here is that you did not elect Tifnumbu as your president. He grabbed it, or he stole it, Abi, or snatched it, or grabbed it, and then he made a run with it, only for him to make useless of what he prepared 30 years to become. A lot of conversation is going on around this as we speak. And majority of the older generation who are already trying, as in their usual way, right, to blackmail the younger people, threaten them with, your protest is going to destroy Nigeria. Your protest is this, or that. Nigeria is losing so amount of money. All this nonsense they have started. And in the process, they are already inviting anarchy. They are already projecting violence on these people. They do not, but they are not bothered, okay? So they do not care, right, if they are killed. Ladies and gentlemen, 23 people have been confirmed killed, including in Delta State, 2 in Delta State. BBC actually picked on that last night. I don't know if you watched that, right? We'll start from that one. BBC confirmed the killings of unarmed protesters in Nigeria, but they confirmed 13.
Meanwhile, police in Nigeria have put all security forces on red alert. That's after protests on Thursday, which left at least 13 people dead. Thousands walked through the streets across the country to protest against poor governance in Nigeria, corruption and the increasing cost of living in what is Africa's most populous nation. The human rights group Amnesty International says 13 people were killed by the security forces as they tried to break up the protests. It has accused police officers of shooting indiscriminately at peaceful demonstrators. Well, Akin Bode Oluwafemi is Executive Director of Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa. That is a pan-African organisation helping local communities. He told me what is behind those protests in Nigeria.
At the heart of the protests currently in Nigeria is the economic hardship that Nigerians have been facing since this government came to power. And I must say that when this government came in May 29, there were lots of hopes. There were high hopes that given what the current president did in Lagos, he will be able to replicate that at the national level. But it appears that hope has been dashed. The economic recovery does not seem to be in sight. And there were economic policies that this government have embarked upon, like the removal of subsidies, floating the naira, which is Nigeria's currency, higher electricity bills that have eaten very deep into the pockets of Nigeria. And most importantly is the fact that, the basic cost of living, food prices have jumped so high, energy, transportation, and the rest of them. And when you look at the main theme of this protest, it is end hunger, end bad governance. Nigerians are saying you cannot be saying we should, brace up. The government is saying, things will ease up at some point. But government officials are, living in flamboyant lifestyles, buying SUVs and the rest of them. And they're saying, look, we've got to address the issue of governance, good governance, corruption in Nigeria, and then there must be development, prosperity, not only for a few, but all Nigerians. Nigerians are hungry, and when you're hungry, you're going to be angry. That's at the heart of this protest.
OK, so that's what's at the heart of it in your view. And then when you hear that news that at least 13 protesters have been shot dead, I mean, we don't know the exact numbers. It may be more than that, in fact. What is your reaction when you hear that those people have died?
Well, it's so sad that anytime there are peaceful protests in Nigeria, some people try to hijack it for whatever motive. There have been claims and counter-claims of who has done what. Some areas like Lagos, the protests have been peaceful, largely peaceful. But of course, there have been violence in quite about 8 northern states where 4 are declared 24 hours curfew. It's very sad. We have said that for us, it is the right of citizens to peacefully protest. It's part of democracy. It is a responsibility of government to protect Nigerian citizens. It's also the responsibility of government to ensure that criminals or hoodlums or whatever name they might want to call it, who might want to hijack this kind of situation, are reining in so that Nigerians are prevented from dying needless deaths. Again, but
I mean, you don't think the security forces have been trigger happy in shooting people dead?
Yeah, so there have been claims and counter-claims. We think that the security forces should not use maximum force. We don't think the kind of force that was displayed in Abuja was necessary. And we also think that government being very high-handed, restricting Nigerians to where they can protest and not protest, it's the kind of situation that brings this kind of violence. And so we have said that the Nigerian government needs to reorientate the police force to know that it is the democratic rights of Nigerians to protest and protest peacefully.
That's Akinbode Oluwafemi there, speaking about the latest situation.
Thank you very much. So it is already right out there, on the international stage, which simply means the whole world is watching. But the whole world will not do anything. You would have to do it yourselves. The world will watch. The only time the world will respond if they actually see you fight the horrible, illegitimate people in power to stand still. Then they will go, because it has already turned to Tinubu must go. And now they are mobilizing all of their thugs from wherever they can get them from across some major cities in Nigeria. I'll share some of them with you today, because they, again, mobilize those they call the hijackers, paid by APC, to attack peaceful protesters. But in Abuja this morning, in fact, you know what? Let's have a recap of all that happened yesterday, right? Before we get fully into today. Man, it is going down. If any, see, they are telling their medias now to cut down coverage of the protest, so that you will not, and people within Nigeria, they believe that people within Nigeria will not see how much and how strong the entire protest has now become. They are in fact making it look like, you see, they are all like, it's not that effective. No, they are not telling you the truth. If you are watching from Nigeria, there are many things that, if not for social media, you will never know is happening. Never. On Mayegun's Diary Politico, it is a place where I kind of put all of them together easily for you to sit back and watch them in one old bundle and then make your decisions, right? Let's go have a bit of a recap. Please share this if you haven't already.
Adenola, who is the Damilari, apologies. Damilari Adenola, who is the director mobilization of the Take It Back movement, one of the organization who is promoting the End Bad Governance protest. And from our Lagos studio, he's an activist and a lawyer, Mr. Inibe Effiong. Thank you so much, Barrister Effiong, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me, Shaun. Thank you.
Yeah, indeed. So I think I should begin the conversation with you, Damla. You and your friends started this whole protest. And the question will be, have you achieved the objectives that you set out in the first place?
Well, I'd like to address the question by saying that myself and my friends didn't start this often. I've said them again and again that this is the idea of hungry Nigerians. This is the idea of deprived Nigerians. This is the idea of economically marginalized Nigerians. And for the question of objectives, the protesters, which I am part of, are yet to achieve the objective of our protest, which are stated in our Charter of Demands. But one thing we have been able to do is to make a strong statement and to send a strong message to the people in power, to see the capacity of what the masses, what people can do by way of protest, to see what the people are capable of if they are about to, express their displeasure. That was kick-started and it's ongoing, and we are waiting on the government to respond to us and address our demands. And until then, the protest continues.
From your own point of view, it does look like there is only one thing that you have achieved in this protest, and which is the fact that you have awoken some kind of consciousness in the Nigerian people, and you have gotten the attention of government. Is that all that you have achieved?
Well, I think we've been able to, make people see that they have the power to hold government accountable. And we've also made the government to, come to the consciousness that governance of government is meant for the interest of the people. And once the people are unable to benefit from your governance, then there's no sense for the continuation of such a government.
Are you being sponsored by any politician?
Well, I think that's a ridiculous way to denigrate the genuine agitation.
I'm asking a direct question. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm asking because there are direct allegations that the protests in some ways are being sponsored by politicians. So I'd like you to be able to open up to Nigerians to let them know that this is being sponsored in part or in whole by some politicians. Is it true?
For me, the sponsor of this protest, I've said and I'll say again, is hunger. It's economic inequality, economic deprivation of the larger percentage of the Nigerian people. Anything short of that should not be considered. What we should be considering is that do people have a genuine reason to take over the street, to express their displeasure? Are people really hungry? I walked the town of the States today while protesting, and I saw the Mongols queues at the filling stations, and I was appalled. These are reasons.
We'll come back to that. You did hear that stupid question from Shehu. There are more from where that came from, though, right? Very dull and stupid questions. There are allegations. There are allegations that you are being sponsored. I'm asking you now, are you being sponsored? Stupid question. Instead of, I have evidence here that your movement is being sponsored. Take a look. Here is the supposed money paid to your organization by Senator so and so. Is that money meant for you to organize protests? That's what they do abroad. You get that now? In civilized society. Before you ask a dumb and stupid question like that, right? You must have something that links, and then you will make them explain. Oh, that money. No. The money is just, you get that, but nothing. You say, oh, there are allegations. There are allegations. Here is a compiled what happened yesterday, okay? We'll come back to that interview later.
They are fighting bandits with political undertone. They are not really fighting bandits. Nigerians cannot farm. Nigerians cannot go to farm. There is hunger in the land. Yes, Tinubu is showing power.
No fighting. Yes. No weapon. No weapon. They are throwing tear gas. We are not even trying to fight. Nobody is fighting with tear gas.
They are shooting. You see, they are shooting tear gas already. They are shooting. They are shooting already. They are shooting already. Nigerian police are shooting already. They are shooting already.
We are hungry. Don't be afraid. We are not committing any crime. Don't be people. We are peaceful protesters. Don't be afraid. Don't run away.
They are shooting real guns now. Police are shooting 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 guns now. Hey. They are shooting guns. They are shooting live bullets and tear gas. They are shooting. 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 They are chasing us back to the stadium. But our voice has been heard.
Why would they be used? Why would they allow themselves to be used by Tinubu? Why? Don't they have sense? Don't they have sense? They want to kill us, we are not afraid of them. Yes, because they are killing us already. They are killing us already. Don't tire us.
Allah. You can hear gunshots. You can hear gunshots. They want to kill us, yes. A live bullet. They are shooting live bullets. They are shooting live bullets. Those are DSS, they are not police. Now DSS, now they shoot. Now DSS, they shoot gun. DSS. Now DSS, see them. See them there. Hey, we dey fight war. Hey. Are we fighting war? You see DSS shooting. Are we fighting war? They escalate this protest, but they don't know. You see DSS, they shoot. Like say that they were front. Yeah, they shoot. Like say that they were front.
Now that he is not listening to us, and we are protesting, we are expecting him to come to the street and address us. Get out of here, people! President Tinubu must address us today.
Muna neman canji, muna so Najeriya ta canja. Yau sai komai ya canja. Yau sai Tinubu ya fito ya mana magana. Za mu je mu tsaya. Za mu je mu yi abin da ya kamata. Mun shirya.
Were fired. Below, just by the ground, you discover that they are about.
You should calm down. Thank you, our judge.
There's a person there. I kiss somebody.
Hey!
Calm down. Not begin the shoot. Now they tell us, "Well, calm down," and then they shoot. Now they tell them they calm down, and they tell us, people they shoot us. They tell us, "Well, calm down." How about? They shoot us. Now they tell us, "Well, calm down." What's happening? Now we carry gun. You are hungry and hungry. Why are you coming me?
We are only hungry. Why are you killing us?
Why are you killing us? Why not you do? No weapon, no ammunition. You know which one?
Go back.
How can we provide people that shoot? How can we people that shoot? So we should provide national hospital. Now we shoot them. You are not a gentleman. You are a gentleman.
Is this something that is like